Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This lecture is about parathyroid gland and men syndromes. اللي أنا عملته أنا صورت لكم several videos not one single video. كل فيديو 5 to 7 minutes. الهدف إنه تاخذوا المعلومات شوي شوي ونرسخها بمخنا إن شاء الله. In this video I will discuss certain ideas about the parathyroid, mainly regarding anatomy, histology and physiology, and in the next video we'll start discussing the diseases of the parathyroid gland. As you know, we have 4 parathyroid glands. These are very small glands which are present behind the posterior surface of the thyroid. Main common location of them is the upper and lower poles of each thyroid lobe. لاحظوا كيف شكلهم small yellowish glands تشبه شغلة احنا بنحب نطبخها، احنا الأمهات يعني بنحب نطبخها بالشتاء وانتم بتكرهوها, which is lentils. So they look like lentil seeds. Histologically, the parathyroid gland is composed, as you can see, from epithelial cells. هذول كلهم epithelial cells. وفي أشياء بيضاء in between. This is the fat in between. We have 2 main types of epithelial cells in the parathyroid glands, the chief cells and the oxyphil cells. These are the chief cells. These are rounded cells with rounded nuclei. There is some cytoplasmic clearing. These chief cells function to produce the parathyroid hormone. This is the fat within the gland. The other type of cells, لاحظوا كيف الفرق. في عندي هون chief cells اللي هلا كنا نحكي عنهم, وهدول السيلز كتير مختلفين. The nuclei are larger, the cell size is larger, and the main feature is that we have abundant eosinophilic cytoplasm. إذا متذكرين this type of cell حكينا عنه بالثايرويد لما السن تكون large with a large nucleus and with abundant eosinophilic cytoplasm. بالثايرويد سميناهم hair cells. Here in the parathyroid glands, these are called oxyphil cells. And as you know, this abundant cytoplasm is pinkish because it contains many mitochondria. The function of the oxyphil cells in the parathyroid gland is not known. However, we think probably it plays a role in increased parathyroid hormone production in cases of hyperparathyroidism. أذكركم كمان مرة, we have epithelial cells and fat. ليش إحنا كتير بنهتم بالفات؟ لأنه if you look under the microscope, the only feature that distinguishes a parathyroid gland, a normal parathyroid gland, from a parathyroid neoplasm is the fat. If you see fat, then you are looking at a parathyroid gland, a normal one. If you don't see fat, this means you are looking at a neoplasm. لأنه صار في عندي increased number of epithelial cells and loss of fat. Okay, so the main hormone secreted from the parathyroid gland is the parathyroid hormone. What are the functions of the parathyroid hormone? The main function of the parathyroid hormone is to increase blood level calcium. And actually, parathyroid hormone is regulated by the level of calcium in the blood. It is not regulated by the pituitary hypothalamic axis. It's regulated by calcium levels in the blood. If there is decrease in the calcium, this will cause increased parathyroid hormone production. Parathyroid hormone production affects several organs which can regulate calcium level. The net effect of this is increased calcium in the blood. These organs are the bone, the intestine, and the kidneys. So parathyroid hormone increases free calcium from bone. Bone contains calcium. If we need calcium in the blood, there is destruction of the bone, decomposition of the bone. The osteoclastic cells are activated. And when there is osteoclastic activation, bone resorption occurs, the calcium inside the bone is released into the blood. The other organ affected by parathyroid hormone is the intestine. The parathyroid hormone increases absorption of calcium from food by the intestine. It does that by converting vitamin D to an active metabolite. This active metabolite increases the absorption of calcium by the intestine. The third organ affected by parathyroid hormone is the kidney. The parathyroid hormone increases absorption of calcium from the kidneys. It does that by increasing excretion of phosphate through urine. So there is less available phosphate for the calcium to bind with, and this causes increased free calcium within the blood. When blood calcium levels increase, this will cause negative feedback in order to decrease the parathyroid hormone, and this maintains the balance and maintains constant levels of calcium within the blood. In the next lecture, I will start discussing the diseases of the parathyroid gland. Thank you.